Alright, hey guys, so we're going to try out learning how to use this Filmora app today. It's really not that bad. It's just kind of like, in my mind, it's kind of like a big PowerPoint. So you'll see what it looks like today. So you're going to kind of watch here on the screen as I kind of show you what I'm doing. So right now I'm going to go through and add the project file that we're going to start with for Filmora today. Let's see here. So right. Hold on now, couldn't click on it. There it is. Okay, got my video right there. So you guys can see I drug the video out into this tab right here. That was the video tab. There's a video one and there's an audio one. They are different layers, so one's for video and one's for audio. Now you can add extra audio, that's why there's two layers, but right now there is video and audio together, so no need to worry about that. Okay, so let's see here. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of preview what we have right here. This is a recording I made today. And I already decided right now, like, you know what? I don't want anything before the 3, 2, 1 countdown to be viewed. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clip that out. You guys see I just kind of clicked the little scissors right there at the spot where I wanted to click it. And then I just went and deleted it. And so that way now my video starts right at the 3, 2, 1 countdown. So that first part is gone. And so right now, guys, all I'm really doing is just watching for what I consider to be highlights, because that's kind of a project we're making. And oh, see, like, I think I found one right there. I like the idea that I was able to go from one tube to the other without having to land on anything else. So I'm going to call that my first highlight. So I back it up to where I feel like that highlight started, and I'm going to add some text to it. It's in the one that the letter T, the titles. There are a bunch of different fonts and styles and artwork that can go along with it. I just picked the first one I saw that I liked. And you guys can see that I'm now dragging out to a new layer. Notice how it's on top of the video, so that way people can see it. I'm just going to change the words to say highlight number 1, and I'm going to describe what I did, which was exit one tube and land on, inside the next one. So I feel like I said that's my highlight I had from it. So I'm going to make the text smaller now because it's obviously pretty big. I don't want to have that be too large. You have a couple options. You can shrink it on the video, or you can just change the font size, and that works as well. And then I aligned it to the middle, put it down there, and there you go. So now when I go back and kind of preview that, let me make this a little bit smaller first. There we go. So when I go back to preview that, you guys can see then that that section of the video will now pop up with my text on top of it describing what I liked about it. So here we go. See, go up and boom, there's my text saying what I liked about this section. And there we go. All right. So what I also noticed was that this text extended over the section just a little bit that I wanted to. So I'm going to go and cut off part of the text. You guys can see I just kind of shortened it. I kind of drug that text section back in to make it a little bit shorter. So that way it stops boom, right whenever that function is done. Okay. So that's something else you could do with this. Just like you can edit the video to be shorter in sections, longer, whatever. You can do the same thing with the text. Just make the little block longer or smaller. That's all you gotta do. Okay, so now we're just watching for our next highlight. Now that we got that section done. And I think I have one coming up here. I think I'm going to say that I like that I got through this area without getting hit. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to go back to the beginning of this one. I'm going to drag my little character back. There we go. And I'm going to add another font, another text, and I'm going to say exactly that. I'm going to say I liked, or the highlight number 2 was that I made it through this obstacle without getting hit by the cannon. So I thought that was pretty cool. I felt like that was I don't know, I guess a highlight. So I'm going to say that made it through the obstacle without getting hit by cannon. I got to add that this is highlight number 2 in just a moment. Let me change the font size first. So change that, lower that down. And then, yes, now I'll go back and say that this was highlight number 2. And I'm going to adjust the size of the box where it's located, change the size of the text and all that, and that will help make it a little bit easier to see, so it's not really in the way. And there you go. So now my section of the video plays, saying that I felt like that was a highlight. Kind of like on the last one, I felt like that was a little bit too long, so I'm going to cut the text a little bit short. You guys see I used the scissor thing there to cut the little end that went off, and I just deleted that last section by clicking delete. Okay, so now come down to this section here. Just going to keep watching for some more highlights, go through these little tubes, yada yada. All right, on this platform. Okay, so what I remember about this one was I did not like how many attempts it took to get up there. I was like, wow, that looked kind of embarrassing. Or I don't know, it just wasn't good. So you know what? I want to say I'm going to delete that section. So I went in and I clicked to snip with the scissors where that section I didn't want started. And now, let's see, look at all that. That wasn't very good. I'm going to find where I want to end. So basically, I'm snipping at the beginning of the piece I want to cut, and then at the end, and then I delete it. So now that whole section's gone. So you guys can see that it just transitions straight from one section to the next. It just hopped right to it. Now I'm going to put a different transition in here because sometimes those quick transitions without any effect in the middle looks kind of weird. So I'm just going to add this like fiery looking one. I hadn't seen this one before, so I thought it was kind of cool. So I'm going to layer that in between one section of video and into the next one. And so that way when one video ends, and instead of just having like a break, it's going to have that little fiery thing transition from one to the next. So it's a little bit more seamless. And that's totally normal. So here you go, watch this, guys. So you can see my character goes through and boom, there's the fire. And next thing you know, I'm on to the next section of video. So I'm going to shorten that fiery section just a little bit, try to see if that looks better. And yeah, I like that better. I think that's fine. So there we go. So now that whole part we didn't like, gone out of there. It's not part of our highlight video. Now we're just moving on. And I feel like the rest of it was pretty straightforward. I don't think there was any more highlights I wanted to note. I think the only thing I did left, or I had left, was, I guess I could delete that part right there, but yeah. Yeah, there we go. Just saying I qualified. I wasn't first by any means, but, I did qualify. So let's add a little art thingy saying that, hey, I qualified. That's cool. Use this big title one with the red and black. So I'll drag that out here. And I will change the text. Now these are weird because they actually have 4 different layers of text on them. They have these text boxes at the bottom, which I didn't want, so I deleted. And even the words big and title are 2 separate text boxes. So I have to either type in both of them or just delete one of them and type in that one. So I deleted one and I typed in the top one. I said that I qualified. My letters are too big, so let's lower that font size a little bit. There we go. You can also see at the top there's the animations right there. So what that does is it changes the way that the letters appear on the screen. It's not a big detail because a lot of these different text options come with a way of animating the letters. This is just a way to change it to be whatever you prefer. So some you can see they kind of fade in, some kind of swipe in, some kind of type in slowly. This one swipes from the left, or to the left, sorry, from the right to the left. This one kind of like appears in a weird way. This one kind of grows. So there's a whole bunch of different ones. You can pick whichever one you want. I'm just going to pick this one because, why not? Okay, so now that I've got the one I want, that's pretty much most of my video, guys. So I can actually go back now and decide like if there's parts I want to add in. I did decide I wanted to add a title before my video saying what it is. So it's not just like someone watches it and it's like, okay, what is this? So I'm just going to say that this is Mr. Welch playing. I've got to make that smaller. Lower that text. There we go. So I'm going to move that one back up. And I'm going to say that this is Mr. Welch doing Fall Guys. So let me change this to Fall Guys. Good. And now I can actually use these little text boxes at the bottom down here to say that this is a highlight video. So I'll do that real quick. And then I can also even include the date to show what day I did this. Maybe I could compare it to a later date and be like, wow, hey, back on, October 27th, I was really bad at Fall Guys. And maybe now I've gotten better. Who knows? So I could do that. And so there you go. So that's what it looks like. And now I'm just kind of watching a preview of what my video looks like. So you can see it went straight from my title to my countdown. Shows me playing the game. And obviously you can hear the audio from the game still, and that's okay. You can see my first highlight there. It started right when I wanted to, ended right when I wanted it to. Now, yeah, I mean, really, that's about it, guys. So that's kind of what we're doing, just looking for some different ways to amp it up now. So you can add music to change if you wanted. That would have to go on this separate music stream down here at the bottom. I'm going to choose to add some. I mean, you could add some effects that would change, like, the coloring of the screen. I'm going to add a sticker, just because they're fun. You see these in videos a lot where they add things in there. So like right here where my little character fell, I guess I could say that was pretty funny, I guess. So I'm going to add the little laughing, crying face emoji sticker there. And I'm going to just make a short one. I'm going to layer it, make it a little bit smaller. And so now when I get to that part of my video, I just have the laughing face on there. So, okay, so what else is there? Oh, there's this one that says, like, hey, click to subscribe. So I'm going to add that at the beginning because, why not? I don't actually use YouTube or anything, but if I did, this function is already on there. So there's a free way to try and get people to subscribe to your videos. So there we go. There's that. Now we're back to my video again. And now I'm also kind of looking at some of these different stickers. And I see one that at the end says to subscribe again. So I'm just going to add that. Oh, but then I noticed, I noticed that after my thing said qualify, there's a bunch of video after it that I didn't want. So I'm going to decide where I want that to stop. And then I'm going to use the little scissors to cut that and then delete that section. So there we go. That part of the video is gone. I'm going to layer in the thank you so people can see that I am saying thank you. So there we go. Qualified. Boom. Video goes away. Effect stays on. Now it says thank you. I can add this one right here that says, if you like this video, please subscribe. Make that real short there at the end, and boom. If you like this video, please subscribe. And that's it. So now I'm going to go up here to export, and from there I can help you guys get your video saved and ready to use. All right, guys, thanks so much.